So the Studebaker has an oil leak. See it under there? And it's not very big, but it just keeps getting bigger and bigger spot right here where I'm parking. And I know where it's coming from. It's coming from a very difficult place to get to, and it's a place where Chevrolet engines often do leak. There's a spot on the back of the block right there where the oil pressure line goes into the block, and you see how oily it is around that. If you can see down in there, that's leaking. It is almost impossible to get your hand down in there, much less get a wrench down in there. So years ago, I made a little tool. That I could reach down in there with and turn that thing. And I wasn't sure if I still had it or not, because it's been quite a long time since I made it. And I've moved and been in the flood and everything else since then, but by golly, I still got it. So what I'm going to do is, y'all won't be able to see me working down in there, but I'm going to just sit y'all up here on top of the radiator, and I'm going to fish my way down into there. See if I can successfully tighten that little spot down in there. And I might want this thing to turn it with once I get a grip on it. If I get a grip on it, I think I can with that. I think I can make that work. There's an old transmission line. I shouldn't say old, but there's a transmission line that runs down in there, and it's kind of in the way. If I can get this to go behind that, yeah, like that. If I can turn that, oh yeah, baby, it's turning. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Ricky, I'm so proud of you for making this tool that works. So I just tightened that up a little bit. I got about a quarter turn on it. That should stop it from leaking. And I might could get a little more. Get another grasp on that and try a little more. Yeah, I'll get a little more on it. Yeah, it wasn't real tight. And that happens a lot of times. People will try to hook that up. Well, it's almost impossible not to have to hook it up after you put the engine in. And of course, once it's in there, it's really hard to get to it to tighten it. So it's not unusual for Chevrolets to leak right there for that very reason. I think that's going to fix my leak. I believe it will. I believe I can get a little bit more. I probably got close to half a turn on it now. I believe with another little bite, yeah, I get more. I get a little bit more. I wonder if anybody's patented these things and started making them, because somebody, if they hadn't, they ought to start selling this tool right here. Of course, there's less and less people driving small block Chevy, but there's still plenty of them around. There's a lot of people going to these new LS motors. Somebody sent me a picture of a Rambler like the one I had with an LS motor in it a while ago. Chevy Tom sent that to me, and I was thinking, yeah, I thought about doing something like that, but after I checked into it, I decided I couldn't afford that. So, yeah, we're getting a good snug on this. Sure are. Sure are. Got a good snug on that. I may have gotten 3/4 of a turn on it now. So my air conditioner is still not working. I'm taking it into a different guy tomorrow. There's a guy that runs a shop in town. He's a pretty good air conditioning man. Don and Randy messed with this thing, put some Freon in it and everything, and I think it's leaking because it felt a little cold for a little bit, but then it didn't. And this guy I'm taking it to's got a pretty nice machine. You know, nowadays they got a machine that you can fill your air conditioner with. Not like the old days when they got the filling it out of bottles and stuff, which is what Don was trying to do. So I'm gonna have him put it on his machine, and he can check for leaks and do all that stuff. That's gonna be in the morning. I got something else coming up. I haven't talked about it much yet, but it's gonna happen the day after tomorrow. Somebody got in touch with me that runs an organization where they try to help blind people. And they had some blind people that want to go fishing. And they couldn't find anybody that would take them out on a boat. Somebody told them about me, and this nice lady called me up. And she told me what she wanted. I said, sure, bring them up. We'll all go fishing on a boat. So they're coming, a dozen of them. We're going to go out on a pontoon boat. Oh, that'll be fun. I think it'll be great. I think it'd be quite the adventure. I asked her if I could shoot videos. She said, sure, I'd like to have videos for, fundraising, stuff like that. I can show people some of the things we do with these folks. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Went down, gassed the boat up, made sure it was all ready to go. Counted up my life jackets and put a couple extra fish baskets on there, and some stuff like that. Little hooks to try to hook somebody out of the water if they fall in. So I'm just going to drive that now, and the way it would leak, I'd come in here and it would leave a little puddle on the floor right down there. And every day that little puddle would get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, and it wasn't leaking much, but you get a little leak like that and it gets bigger and bigger if you don't stop it. So there, I feel good about that. All right. Thanks for watching.